Before Grant in June 2015, I was making zero. Last year we did 5 million.
We ended the year last year at 14.5 million. We're now on track to finish at 20 million for the year.
The most that I made at my job was about 80,000 a year. And now, I am a business owner. So for this year, we are on our way to $250,000.
So we were doing about $1.5 million when I pulled the trigger on the 10X 360. This year, we're going to do 7 million. If everything goes right, we'll do 20 million on acquisitions.
We're in the negative. Now, after 6 months, we are at 1.2 million in gross profit.
The gross was, at the time, was about 10 million. This year, we're in target to do 13.3. So our revenue will be up 30%.
Yeah, since we've actually started Cardone University, we've seen an increase of about 200% in our total annual revenue. It's literally taken us from 1.5 to 4 million, which the profitability in my pocket is absolutely insane. It's over 40%.
My actual revenue has doubled, and this year I've already doubled my income from that last year, that I'm on target to hit 15 million.
We put our sales reps with Cardone U, with our coach, and since we started that new business that I invested in and put our sales team on, that business has gone on to sell over $1 million already in our first 6-7 months in business.
We were probably doing about $500,000 to $1 million in revenue. And me individually, where I've been doing Cardone U, it's allowed us to kind of double our numbers year over year. We went from $1 million to $3 million. Year after that, probably about 6 million, 10 million, and then last year we finished with just over 17 million.
My sales were at 2.5 million. After Cardone University, the sales jumped up to 6 million a year.
So you business owners, let me see your hand again. Your number one job is to have ideas and make sure the whole world knows about your company.
My company was making around 800,000 a year. Now we have surpassed 2 million.
I'm in track to making $120,000 with Grant Cardone, and I also learned how to open a marketing agency, and I'm on track to do $1.2 million. Let's go.
So our revenue had been stuck under $2.7 million for years, and now this year we're projected to be at $3.8 million.
We've went from pre-revenue all the way to right about $500,000 to $800,000 in revenue a year. So
We started a business from scratch, and in 13 months, that business amassed an annual revenue of $320,000. Now, year to date, we have made $504,000, 23 cents.
We've gone from a business that was doing $1 million 7 years ago to now doing $15 million a year with a 40% profitability.
I went from $0, because it was my first coaching business, to it's been 9 months now since I started this. 9 months only, and I've generated $200,000 in revenue.
Before meeting Grant, we had about $2.5 million in revenue. Now we're about, this year we're about to hit $4.5 million in revenue. So,
how many of you believe if you had a bigger think, you would make more money? Give me a 10X.
Before Grant, we were only doing maybe about $100,000 a year. After Grant, after making all the changes that we have made over the years, we will hit 3 million next year.
You know, from a revenue standpoint, when I first started, it was just me, barely making ends meet. And now we've grown an agency to over 600 agents, and we just did 4.8 million last month.
So before Grant Cardone and Elena, I was making about 70 grand a year as a real estate professional. And once I joined Elena with eXp Realty, I started making over $200,000. So that was my first year. And now second year, I am on track to make over $500,000 in real estate with Elena through Grant Cardone and Cardone University, all thanks to his crazy videos and getting in front of people and promoting.
I was not making very much when I first met Grant, or before I met Grant, because I was still in college. So right now our company do about 12 million in trading education, and we manage between 30 to 35 million in assets under management.
Okay, so a year ago, my revenue was about maybe 100,000 a year. Now I'm netting about 800,000.
So I
opened my salon. It's been 5 months now that I'm celebrating, and I did $106,000 in 5 months solo by myself, and I am on the projection to make $300,000 this year.
I know we started out with a projection of $100 million a year, and now we've changed that to $500 million a year in revenue, and we have grown probably 10 times in size since we started this.
I went from making, I think it was like 250K, so now last year I did 1.8 million.
I started my business back in September. I had $400 in my bank account. Last month, we just closed out 125K.
5 years ago, broke, in debt, and moving, fast forwarding a little bit after following grant advices and signing for the 90-day challenge. Guess what? I own a company that is worth more than $5 million today.
We've already doubled the revenue that we did last year, and we're on track to do $1 million at the end of this year.
We've grown now from 1 million in revenue to we'll do about 2.5 million this year in revenue, but best of all, our profit is going to be over 800,000, so we've more than tripled.
In the year since adding Cardone U, we were able to do 1.8, 1.9, 2.2, and as of this year, we're aiming to cross $2.6 million in revenue.
The objection is an indication of interest, right? I'm not interested is actually a measurement of interest.
In the first 6 months of business, we've done roughly $3 million. We're on track to do it over $4 million for the first year.
Last year we did roughly around $3 million. We're on track this year for $11 million in gross revenue.
Yeah, so I mean, I think for me, we started even under 6 figures, and we now surpassed 7 figures in the last 3 years consecutively.
We were doing under 500,000 single-family homes, where now we are focusing mainly on multifamily, and we're projected to finish the year at about 1.7 million. 10x, appreciate it.